Let's talk Tanya for the 21st of Tamuz of a leap year. In yesterday's Tanya, we explained that Jewish souls are rooted in the name of Havaya. We quoted a verse, Ki chelek Hashem amai, we are part of the name of Havaya, and to have a better understanding of this, we need to examine the significance and the uniqueness of the name Havaya. We know God has many names, none of which are Him Himself. All of them are modes of expression. What mode of expression does the name of Havaya represent? So the Alter Rebbe explains over here, and this is the one place in Tanya where the Alter Rebbe is going to give a very foundational idea, which is brought on in many other places in Chassidus, that the name Havaya is as God manifests Himself in the 10 spheres through His 10 attributes. So the name Havaya has 4 letters. There's the Yud, and then there's the first Hey, there's a Vav, and then there's the last Hey. And these 4 letters represent the 10 attributes. How is that? The Yud represents Chachma. Chachma is the hidden wisdom of God, and that's why a Yud is a dot, which has no length, it has no breadth, because it is not extended anywhere, it's tiny. It is the concealed energy of God before it spreads out, so to say, towards creation. Then we have the Hey, the second letter of Havaya, and that represents Bina. Bina is intellect. Intellect already is a creation. And this is as God already is extending the light, and the energy of God extends outwards already towards creation, and now it projects itself as intellect. Then the energy undergoes an even greater descent, which is represented by the third letter, the Vav, and the Vav is literally shaped as a line moving downwards, and that is as God's energy descends into the midos, the emotions. How many emotions are there? There are 6 different emotions discussed in Kabbalah, which is also represented by the letter Vav, which has the numerical value of 6. Why is that such a great descent? Because think about it for a moment. As long as we are living in the world of intellect, we are living within ourselves. The moment we start entertaining and entering the world of emotions, this is where we are extending ourselves towards others. So God, even as He enters creation with the Hey in the intellect, it's not the same degree of descent as when He descends further with the Vav into and expresses Himself through emotions. And then there is the final Hey, which represents Malchus, royalty. And as we know, we've learned this earlier, royalty is correlated with and associated with speech. And one of the reasons for the connection between the Hey and speech is that speech, everything begins with breath that comes from inside. We exhale when we're speaking. And if you're to exhale, and if you're not going to make any effort to try to form any particular letter, just exhaling, what is that? That is a Hey. So really, every one of the letters that we speak begins with a Hey. So Hey represents God's speech. So that is the Yud Kei Vav Kei, the name of Havaya. It says God expresses Himself in the 10 attributes from Chachma through Malchus. Because we are rooted in the name of Havaya, so therefore correspondingly in our souls, we also have all of these 10 attributes, starting with our Chachma, which is our subconscious intellect, moving to our Bina, which is our conscious intellect, which we use, because here we're talking about the holy neshama. It's used to understand the Torah, to understand God, to understand His greatness. That moves further down into emotions, our love for God, our reverence for God, and ultimately into speech and action, studying Torah, and doing mitzvahs. Now, although we are rooted in the entirety of the name of Havaya, which is why correspondingly we have also those attributes within ourselves, there's actually a very special connection that we, the Jewish souls, we have with the last Hey of Hashem's name. What is that special connection? That will be the topic of discussion in tomorrow's Tanya.